the longevity of having the studio ready from way before you do it is because you also thought about, because you were bringing along your sponsors, your partners to the journey, bringing them along to the journey. That's why you had the studio built from earlier on, because you wanted to show some, I guess, tangible stuff. Am I right saying that, or that wasn't the case?
Yeah, no, that is completely fair. And I think we wanted our sponsors to be excited about it. You know, this was the point where, you know, there was this sort of, you know, it was timely that we're doing this now in many respects, you know, when the UK goes into sort of a second lockdown. But this was when we were in the teeth of it all, you know, and we were dealing with US companies that kind of were behind the curve with the dreaded C word, as it were. And it was kind of like, well, if we don't excite them now, they're just going to want to pull. They're just going to want to pull that cash or defer it, as it were. So one of my core metrics up front was, how do we get them bought in at a meaningful level now with that event? And how do we also focus them on the event itself, rather than, again, on kind of all the stuff that, like the virtual booths and stuff that you know, I have a fairly strong view on, as it were. Right. And I just can't, you know, they're a different model. So for us, the studio was a great way of kind of getting everyone focused around one issue, as it were, and bringing them on that journey. And we were really clear. We set up, I think it was fortnightly. I think it was about every 14 days, we had a briefing call with each sponsor, just to let them know how we were going with the studio. And we actually even shared some shots with them as we were building it, because it got them excited about it. You know, it was kind of like they could see it coming together.
And I think that's a true gem in here, that what you're talking about. And I think, again, for the benefit of the audience, is that, like, you're using the studio as means to get people excited, to get your audience excited. You were doing video updates as well with your audience, with your community. And I think that's kind of amazing, because many of these things that happen in the background, and then everyone is just trying to scramble and have everything ready for when the event takes place. And I really admire that element that you've had there.